You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid. What's up, Ronnie Boat?
Are we good? Yeah, I guess we're good.
How we doing?
How are you? If I was being flown by somebody, what?
And
I would be
forgot that
fired.
One piece. I'd be so pissed traveling.
I forgot the one piece for the headphones because these headphones were in this bag, already in the case.
I get it, but you got to check
So I was like,
that shit.
perfect. This is the pair that's already ready. But they were ready from when I filmed that concert, and I took the piece off. There's an adapter that goes.
So what we're talking about is because we're traveling. We're in North Carolina for about 8 days. And so we're doing this, obviously, while we're on vacation. Barney brought a headset from the listen, but there was a piece missing, so now he can't wear the headset to check the sounds.
It's okay. So you can probably hear that boat in the background, but
They probably could see the boat in the background.
if they're watching.
Right there past us. So I'm just saying, if you were working for somebody,
I'm working for
like if
I'm
you were working
us.
for me, I'd be fucking pissed that
Why
you
would you
forgot
be?
that.
I can monitor the sound right here.
You
I'm
understand what I'm
watching
saying,
it.
though? You understand, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would be fucking pissed by that.
Yeah, that's
That
how
would
I
be-
am. Those things are triggers for me. They annoy the fuck out of me.
What, missing a headphone?
I mean, no, it's just not about being responsible, checking things beforehand to make sure.
One thing.
No, it's like going on a road trip, and then you run out of windshield washer fluid. I always make sure that shit's up, but I get that from my dad.
Ew, I stepped on.
What is it?
I don't know. It's fleshy. A cucumber from last night. It's rice cucumber.
God. All right, so we're in North
All
Carolina.
sunburned.
Yeah, you got to pace yourself, bro. North Carolina, beautiful on Lake Norman. What a property, huh? This mom chose a good house. We got beautiful property, isn't it?
You got to speak into the mic.
Am I not speaking into the mic?
The mic was facing your cheek. You were going like this.
Well, how can you hear it?
I can tell because look at my levels compared to your levels.
Well, you're louder
See,
than
now
I am.
you're good. Now we're at the same level, but this is what you were doing before.
All right, I got it. But either way, it's beautiful here, and we're in day 2, and it's really, really a nice piece, isn't it? A property?
Nice piece.
Nice piece. I'm looking at one piece of food in your teeth.
At the beginning of the podcast, before we started, you said,
I thought it might have been.
I smiled and you said, okay, you're good.
I thought it might have been a shadow, but it's not a
let
shadow.
me check.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. You don't have to check.
now you're going to be staring at it the whole show.
It's all right. It's so really relaxing. It's nice.
What are you
Burke,
talking about? Oh, in the middle?
Burke came. No, you don't see it right the bottom right over here. Right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So Burke came up yesterday. Flew in from California, so we got him for a month. Bryce comes in on Tuesday. We're just chilling, relaxing.
Doing a whole lot of nothing.
It was
In a
such
good
an.
way. I don't mean that in a
No,
bad way.
I didn't think he did. Great time though. Today was a great day, and we just showered. We're gonna barbecue tonight, and we're gonna relax.
We spent the whole day in the lake just hanging out.
Yep, and even Banks is having a lot of fun, a lot of freedom. So I'm glad we're here with the family. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
All right, Bronny. So that's it. So that wraps up our podcast. We always do that.
You can't hear the joke I just made, but I clicked the sound.
That's not the initial recording. The bottom one.
No, this is the sound.
Okay.
That's the joke that I always make, but it doesn't hit when we don't have the headphones.
Okay, whatever makes you happy.
Well, usually that triggers you, but
No, it doesn't trigger me. I can't hear anything. I feel like I'm a deaf person doing a podcast.
you're me.
Yeah.
The problem is now, like, for this episode, I can't play any videos or anything, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on playing any videos.
Okay, no worries, buddy.
I was planning on doing this. Well, I guess I was planning on playing videos, but
Like
we'll
what?
roll with the punches.
Why can't you play the video? Then we do it right here.
I guess if you could hear
We
this.
can hear it.
Yeah, and then
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to talk about, Brian. All yours.
There's this trend that's going around the internet now that I thought we could talk about. It's called vabbing.
Oh, God, these fucking words.
What would if I told you that word and you were to guess what it is, what do you think that means?
Either something with vomiting or something with a vagina.
Yeah, vagina's right.
Something with a vagina.
Like what? Like say if you're telling me the definition of vabbing, tell me.
You poke someone's vagina? Like a stabbing a vagina? Vabbing? Stabbing? I don't know.
Like you just walk around and
Well, guys,
that's sexual harassment.
No, guys, the
rape.
ball gazer, whatever.
Yeah.
So
But if
how
you
would
walk-
I
If
know?
you walk around poking people's vaginas,
No, I
that's
mean like
called rape.
smacking them. I don't know.
It's worse.
You asked.
Smacking them.
Your generation just
No,
fucked
but I
up
said
me.
this is the trend now.
That's what I'm saying.
So you
Stupid
think the
fucking.
trend is people are walking around slapping
I have
each
no
other's
idea.
vaginas?
Vomiting on a vagina? I don't know. What does it mean?
Apparently, there's this new thing that girls
Jesus Christ.
are taking their like vaginal discharge
Oh, God, I'm over it.
and
Done.
then they're rubbing it on their body to make them smell more appealing to men as like a natural perfume. And it's this whole thing.
Okay, all right. First of all, I
So
want
look at
to.
this article. It says, the TikTok trend that says you should use your vaginal juice as perfume.
Okay, Bronson. Before we go into that, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so my thoughts are that actually makes probably a lot of biological sense.
And I knew you were going to go to the whole prehistoric thing.
No, not prehistoric. Human bodies emit pheromones naturally, and like that's what attracts you to the other sex.
I wish I was deaf. Go ahead.
And like specifically, if you're
I'm asking you what you, Bronson Bloom, at 26 into 2022, as we sit here in Lake Norman, think about that.
I think that it makes sense because it probably is like Pavlovian too, right? Every time.
What if it smells like a fish market?
No, well then, but here's every time a girl walks by, I smell cod.
Is this poppies? No, go ahead.
What's poppies?
The seafood plate that we buy. That too. Okay.
Every time I've smelt vagina, it has been in reference to having sex, right? So like every time I've been around a vagina, like smelt it close enough where I can smell it, I'm also having sex.
But you know the odor of the vagina is not what makes you want to have sex.
But
it's the shape, it's the girl, the conversation, her face, her body.
Pavlovian. That every time I've smelt a vagina, I've also been physically aroused.
Okay, first of all,
maybe if I smell a vagina, my dick will be like,
or first your dick doesn't go,
or are you a sea lion?
No.
You're on a lake, not the ocean.
Right.
Or that's what you just did. You were going or. Okay, go on.
Are you fucking done?
Go on.
Or
what are you about to say?
If you're a normal guy, you don't need to have a smell of vagina to have sex. You think about sex. Let me finish. You think about sex all the time if you're a guy.
You're thinking about sex right now.
If you're a normal guy.
You were thinking about sex
thinking about it right now.
When we press record
right now.
And
right now. Yep. And right now. And right now. And right now.
You're thinking about sex when you're
most men, and then two, yes.
When you're...
Oh, God, he's such a fucking idiot. The fact is, okay, now you got your whole philosophical crazy thing.
That makes
What's
sense.
your thoughts?
My thoughts are if a girl said, "Oh yeah, I just rubbed my vagina liquid on my arms. What do you think?" I'd be like, "That's weird." But if she never told me and I never knew, then I was aroused around her. Then I was like, "Okay."
If you're a girl going to take your vaginal excretions and fluids and put in your body, buy 12 cats, stay the fuck home. Okay, I'm telling you right now. That's disgusting. You're a fucking retard. Don't fucking do it. Period. End of conversation. Seriously, that's fucking retard. And the fact that's even a trend and they posted, fucking China laughs at us even more and more and more. You stupid fucking... Mark my words. No fucking girl that's dating in a relationship is fucking rubbing vaginal juice on her.
They might. Maybe all the girls that I've ever known are rubbing vaginal juice.
And you know what you should do? And if you really don't like, you want to be single and you don't want to fucking meet a guy, then take your fucking feces and rub it on you too. You don't have to worry about meeting a guy.
No one's attracted to feces. People are attracted to
Some
vaginas.
people are attracted. No one's attracted. No
up.
one's really attracted to vaginas.
No, but don't you understand?
No one's attracted to vaginas.
People, like you, when you wake up in the morning and you smell coffee, or coffee is associated with the morning, right? Because we always have it in the morning. So sometimes you'll wake up in the morning and you'll smell coffee and you'll be like, ooh, it's a good morning. You associate with the morning. But it's not necessarily the smell of coffee doesn't mean morning.
Okay.
You associate the smell.
Really? Thank you, Dr. Freud. You don't think I knew that?
Right, but if you smell every time I've smelled a vagina, it's associated with sex. Always. No. I've never been my nose to a vagina.
Don't you understand the sex component is the visual of seeing if you're attracted and the body.
There's a scent to it. Okay. Sex has a smell. Okay.
Let me explain something to you.
And so whenever I smell that in the real world, I'll be like, oh, sex.
Or fish. Listen, if the girl wants to get laid from the guy, don't take the vaginal. Just say you want to fuck. Trust me, the guy will say yes.
That's true.
Seriously, are you a fuck? Stop fucking putting vaginal juice on you. You're a fucking retard, and you need help. I'm telling you, if you talk to your mother about it, this is being very serious now, and it's a cry out for help. If you're talking to your mother about it, and you're gonna rub vaginal juice.
Wait, like you're saying to a girl who wants to rub vaginal juice?
If a guy rubbing vaginal juice on himself, he should be fucking shot. But listen, if the girl is rubbing vaginal juice, that's a crap up. That's the same as her equivalent of being a cutter or wanting to commit suicide and bad thoughts. You need to go talk to your mother. You need to get some help and maybe even Baker act yourself. It is not fucking normal. It's not. Period.
No, of course it's not normal. But is it bad? There's way worse than that.
Okay, well, don't you understand the slippery slope?
What? What's the slippery slope? Where does this end?
This is not
Where does that slope end?
No, my point is, this is the same as the week or so you showed us about the fucking girls with that they're going to be themselves and And,
the death of the chill girl.
Okay, my point is, don't you understand? You're going to try all these fucking things to meet a guy, and they're not going to work. You want how you meet a guy? Let me tell you how you meet a guy. Because that's all the reality is, that's all they want to do is meet a guy.
That's what
they want to be
point
related.
of this is. Yes.
And the other one, they all trying different things. Why I'm single? I am single woman. Hear me roar. Give me a fucking break.
This one specifically isn't for women. It's to attract men. It's about the pheromones.
Okay, so here's what you want to do. If you want to meet, and everybody wants a relationship, if you want to get in a relationship, number one is you have to be normal. And if you meet date,
but what if you're not normal?
If you're not normal, listen for a second. If you're not normal, and then you have to go with someone who's your equal. You can't be a 6 and think you can get in a 10. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Right.
It doesn't. Okay. So the reality is, if you think you're gonna go around with blue hair and not shave your armpits,
but a blue hair girl doesn't want to date a normal guy.
Well,
they want to date like a feminist, Antifa, liberal,
but maybe, just maybe, they were normal at one point, and they're looking for attention or looking to be different, stand out.
Could be.
And what happens is, it's just like putting the vaginal juice on your body. It does not work. The bottom line is, the pendulum will continue to always be in the middle, and you have to be somewhat normal. That's the fucking around. When you start doing things that are so different and so unique and so out there and off the spectrum, the reality is something is wrong, and you could try every little trick of the trade to try to rebrand yourself, but it doesn't work because you're still going to be fucking single. And the bottom line is, if you said, oh my God, I'm 20 and now I'm going to start putting vaginal juice on me, it doesn't fucking work. I'm telling you. Women and men, be yourself, whatever that might be. Be yourself. And it's okay, whatever that is. But truly be yourself, and then accept somebody else that's an equivalent to you.
Your vaginal juice is you. It's more natural than perfume.
Okay, and
putting on Coco Chanel No. 5 or whatever is so unnatural.
But don't you understand?
It comes from like whales' asses.
But actually, Bronson, more importantly, why do vaginal juice? Why not shower? Just use BO then. That's the most natural.
Yeah.
My point is, your dirty nails,
girls
dirty nails, cuticles, dirty cuticles, your fucking hair, no makeup. The bottom line is, you want to attract a guy, make yourself look presentable, pretty, and classy. Not when you're fucking 80 pounds overweight and you wear the fucking half shirt, and then you have that it looks like a bra or whatever, a half tank, and you don't wear a bra, and your fucking tits are hanging low, and you think with the short shorts. You know how many of these girls shorts, they wear these short shorts,
and their asses are just hanging out.
No, the thighs are the size of my torso.
Yes.
Okay, and you can't meet a guy,
or girls who have huge saggy tits and don't wear bras.
Listen, newsflash, I'm a fucking guy. Ask the fucking guy, don't ask the fucking girls. If I want advice on women, you ask women, you don't ask other guys. Seriously, you're not going to meet a guy. And by the way, and there's nothing wrong with not having great boobs or being a low weight. There's nothing wrong with it if you're happy.
And if that's who you are, then you got to accept it and use it to your advantage. Work with what you got.
But dress appropriately.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? And
if you got saggy tits, then make sure to wear a bra. But if you got perky tits, you don't need to wear a bra.
And if you're a little overweight,
wrong with either.
and if you're 60 pounds overweight and you're truly happy, so be it. But guess what? You're not getting a guy like Bronson or me. You got to get a guy.
Yeah, we're 9.4.
No, 9.3. Listen. But my point is this. But you got to get a guy that's overweight. You have to know your limits. It's like you can't buy a Ferrari when you make $40,000 a year. Know your fucking limits. Start with a fucking Corolla.
A lot of people will take out the debt.
Okay.
That's their credit card.
That's my point. My point is they live a miserable life. So the reality is, and so if you think you're going to dress like that, and think you're fucking the cat's meow when you're not, or put the vaginal juice on you, or have your fucking thighs showing when you're the size of my torso, you're not meeting a fucking guy. You're just not. I'm telling you. And if you dress too easy, guess what? The guy's going to fuck you and then not call you in the morning, and then you're not having a relationship. So I'm telling you, make the guy a little bit allow for some creativity and a little bit of chase. Little mystery. That's what thanks. A little mystery. Correct. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sometimes you go out to the club and you see a girl and you know exactly what she's going to look like naked because she practically is naked. Ugh. It's fun when a girl's dressed up and then you get her naked and it's like, ooh. Because it's like you get, you didn't know what it was going to look like.
We were at Carbone's.
I'm just going to check the camera just to make sure.
So we were at Carbone's. Carbone's an Italian restaurant in Miami. People talk about, Carbone's the best. You can't get in. You can't get in. It was okay. Mediocre at best. Overpriced. But it's a scene. So Mom and I and Dan and Michelle leaving Carbone's, and in walk some girls. And there's one black chick. Body in her fucking could kill you. perfect body.
You're saying it's a good
Yeah,
way. Okay.
yeah. But she
This could
wore
kill you for being like
no,
this,
no,
it could
no,
kill me.
no. Yeah, that would suffocate you and
Right.
die. But I'm so she comes in an outfit. You have to look. You just want to. Okay, literally.
but
Wait,
if
no,
they're
no,
wearing
no,
certain outfits,
nothing
they
wrong.
want
No,
you to
no,
look.
nothing wrong. I'm just saying. But my point is, she like when the thing just cover the nipple, skin tight, great body. But okay, you think a guy is looking to have a relationship with that? 100% no.
No, guys are looking to fuck that.
Wait. And then she
Fuck her.
Listen.
Fuck that.
No, fuck that too. Listen. But my point is, and then where's the creativity? Where's the mystery? Where's the class? And where's the self-respect for her? My point, she's 100%, are they not looking for guys? I have to believe that most men and women are looking for men and women. We are communal type people, animals.
If
We want
a girl's
relationships.
getting dressed up and going to a restaurant like Carbone, she's looking to have guys look at her. Say vice versa. If I'm going to Carbone and getting dressed up, I'm open to girls talking to me. That's the whole point of going
I hope
out.
you're open to girls talking to you, period.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Yes. I don't mean no. I mean yes.
Yes.
But you know what I'm saying. And that's why you go out. So it's like when people say, I get dressed up for myself, it's like, no, then you'd stay inside.
Okay, let me
You're
explain
going
something.
out.
All right, so for example, so I'm married. I love your mother. We've been together for 30 years. I said, are we going out to dinner tonight? She says, no. Good, then I'm putting I said, I'm wearing shorts and T-shirts.
Today.
Just now.
Right.
If we were going to go out, I'm not looking, but I want to look good for your mother. I want to look good for me. I want to look nice. I would have gotten dressed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm in shorts and
But
flip-flop.
like if you're married, so it's a different story. In my case, I'm single. So let's say we're going out to dinner. I would still put on. I wouldn't want to look like a schlub but I wouldn't do it 100% for myself. I would do it because I'd be like, I want to look good for people.
and
I want to look good because I want the world to look at me.
You want to make a nice appearance, 100%.
I want the world to look at me and be like, that's a good-looking person.
Bronson.
Or that's a well-dressed person.
I
Or that's
get
one
it.
that
When
takes
I
care
go
of themselves.
out, I want your mother to find me attractive, and I want to look good because I'm a grown man. I should look nice and clean and presentable.
Right, but it's for others. It's not for you.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You want to look.
But what I'm saying is so many girls nowadays will be like, I don't like that black chick who's wearing the thing that's just covering her nipples, probably was thinking, she would probably say, I'm doing this for me.
No,
I
she's
want
not.
to look hot.
Mark
And
Moore, she's
and
not.
It's like, yeah, the only reason you want to look hot is because you want guys to look at you and
Okay,
think you're hot.
but my point is, no guy. See, that girl who could meet a man and have a normal life, she's not going to dress like that. That's what I'm trying to say. She's not.
But that's how a lot of them dress.
But they're misinformed. Ask
Yes.
a normal guy, not a guy that wants a hoochie mama. Right. That's okay.
And by the way, the fuckboys, the reason why they're called fuckboys because they'll take you home and then they'll never date you.
Okay, they should go douche boys instead. But,
No, but what I mean is like the girls will say, I can never. All guys nowadays, no guys want to commit. This is like a big thing. Girls are always like, no guys want to commit. Guys just want to have fun and they don't want to. They don't want to date.
if you give
They
it
just
up,
wanna have sex.
if you give it up, then yes, the answer is yes.
That's what I'm saying. If you're showing up if you're meeting a guy at a club and you're wearing a skimpy dress and you go home with him on the first date, of course he's going to be like, or not the first date, the first night you meet. Of course he's not going to be like, I want to take this girl and meet my parents.
Correct.
Of course he's going to think
But
of you
you
as
could-
a sex object.
Listen, dress sexy, but not
Told him
sleazy.
you were a sex object.
There's sexy, classy, and sexy, sleazy. Don't dress fucking sexy, sleazy, unless you want to get laid. And if you want to just go out and get laid, just like a man or woman, then
Nothing
knock
wrong with
yourself
that.
out.
But then you can't complain, I can't meet a guy.
I will tell you, Bronson. I would probably say 99.9% of the women that are all going out all want relationship with a man.
At the end of the day, yes.
Yes.
Maybe in the moment they
by
don't,
the
but at
way,
the end of the day.
ladies, I hate to fucking break it to you. You better fucking get your act together because the window closes quickly, unlike for men. You're a fucking 30-year-old single guy. It's different than being a 30-year-old single girl. I hate to break it to you. That's the fucking truth.
It's the unfortunate truth of the matter.
Okay,
It just
I'm not
is
saying be
true.
mean. I'm not saying be
No,
mean. I'm saying it's the reality.
It 100% is true.
Because
and
you
it's
know,
unfortunate.
because you know what you get as
as a 35-year-old chick, single is very different than a 35-year-old dude.
Well, you know,
35-year-old single dude is desirable.
Wait,
35-year-old single chick is like,
35-year-old
oh, God.
guy, 35-year-old guy. You know what he gets? Anything he wants. You know what 35-year-old girl gets? The divorced guy that has 2 kids that's in his 40s.
Yes.
Hate to break.
It's a shame.
Wait. With the ex-wife who's probably a bitch and I don't want around my kids. So ladies, play your fucking cards right. Work the fucking room the right way. Men want relationships too. Make it sexy, classy, not sexy, slutty, and don't give it up so fucking. Trust me, the guy doesn't want the blowjob that fucking night or to get laid that night. He'd rather find your conversation interesting and create some mystery. And guess what? And then he'll call you back the second
And
time.
also,
Mark my words.
If he doesn't, right? If he just wants the blowjob
Then
that
fuck
night,
him, he ain't for
then
you.
he's not. Then you don't want to date him.
Or if you
Or
listen. Listen. You done? You
Why
done?
do you have to say things so many times?
Wait.
Or sometimes I'll listen back to the podcast and be like, wait. It's like, just say one
Wow,
wait.
you're just nasty.
No, it's not being nasty. Go. This is an interesting conversation. Go on.
But if you want, if the guy just wants to just have sex with you and that's all you want, then take it for what it is. But every
But
night,
you're not going to be happy that way.
But every night goes by quickly. The years go by quickly. Ladies, you better play your cards right. I'm telling you right now, ask guys. No guy wants the girl is just going to fuck him on the first date. Bottom line. And you got to dress appropriately. Look, Brian, you're 26. You could say it better than I am. I'm old-fashioned.
I've said it many times.
Right, so don't you agree, right?
Yeah, and I've even said many times on the show that I get so much more interested in a girl when she doesn't let me have sex with her for the first few dates.
First few dates, oh my God, I'm tired for fucking it.
But on the second or third date with the girl, you gotta I gotta at least try to make an effort if I'm feeling it. Just because then it's like, what am I doing? You know?
Then why can't you kiss and fool around and not have go all the way to second or third date? It's a different world today.
That like if I drop a girl off at home, I gotta try to get upstairs, right? I gotta try to get up to her place.
Okay.
And when she doesn't let me on a second, third date, I'm like, ooh, I like her more. If she doesn't let me on the fifth date, sixth
why
date,
do you like her more? Brian?
Because I don't know.
You know what it is? You respect her more.
Yeah,
that's what
it makes me be like, oh, should I got to take her out again? Maybe it's just
you have respect for her more.
Yeah, when a girl is like right on the first date trying to get home, I like lose interest.
When a girl has respect for herself, the man will have more respect for her. When the girl doesn't respect herself and just wants to give it up, the guy will treat her the exact same way that she will allow herself to be treated. Period. Okay, so ladies, let me say, so if you want to be treated a certain way from a man, no, but if you want to be treated well by a man, treat yourself that fucking way and demand that level of respect about who you are, and he will treat you that way. If you don't, then you can't expect a man to treat you any better, bottom line. No, let's move on. These fucking women are a bunch of retards the way they act.
We didn't even get to any of the vabbing stuff.
Oh, let's go to the vabbing. And
I want to see what
it has a name. It has a name to it, too.
Name, here it says, it's called vabbing, a poetic merging of the words vagina and dabbing.
Could you imagine?
Basically, you wear your vabbing.
Why not the vagina? Okay.
Basically, you wear your vaginal fluids as perfume. You put your fingers inside yourself, dab your juice on your wrists, neck, and behind your ears, wherever you'd normally put perfume. People talking about it on TikTok reckon the pheromones from your pussy will help you attract partners, and they swear by it.
Okay, I'm telling you, guaranteed they're not. They're lying.
This is the whole article.
What should a guy take his excretions, jerk off, and rub it under?
Cum all over my face.
Oh, see, why wouldn't you say it the normal way? Bronson, you are.
This says influencer and writer and fashion writer Mandy Lee has kickstarted the viral trend on TikTok, posting a video about it that has gained over 2 million views. I swear, if you vab, you will attract people like a date, a one-night stand, or you'll just get free drinks all night, she says.
What's her name?
Mandy Lee.
Look her up. I need to see who she fucking is. Guarantee you.
I'm trying to find the TikTok.
Guarantee she's fucking single and still single. You want to bet? It's the truth.
What's her TikTok name? Old Loser in Brooklyn. That's her name.
Of course. There you go. Banks, come on.
Old Loser in Brooklyn. Here we go.
Yep, here we go. Let's see. Which one is she?
The one that's on.
Banks, come here.
Let me find this vabbing. She has one on IUDs.
I want to see her.
I'm gonna find the vabbing one.
Oh God.
800,000.
Yeah, she's a normal chick. You can vab all day long and ain't gonna help you.
That's 5 million, 3 million. Where would I find this? Let me see if I can search. Old Loser in Brooklyn pheromones. Here we
go. Great name, fucking Old Loser too.
Page not available. They take video currently unavailable. They took the original
down.
Yeah,
they took it down because even TikTok knows the limit.
Can't get back. Cool. Okay, I can't.
Right, she's a retard.
But this is her.
What did you care about in your 20s that you don't care about anymore?
This may be a hard pill to swallow and difficult to hear, but when I turned 30, I decided I had literally no more time to maintain and nurture relationships where the other person is a constant victim.
She's 30 and single.
Complain. The woe is me sort of attitude,
nice pirate ship, by the way, too.
To me,
and you wonder why you can't
be a guy. I
can't
catch a break. I'm so unlucky. I've been in toxic relationships.
I mean, I agree with that. Right, you don't want someone to play the victim, but yes, she's in her 30s and singles.
And that's surprising. And also nice.
She's in her 30s.
Yeah. Old
she's a
loser in
fashion
Brooklyn, by the
writer.
way. Old loser in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least she admits it,
All right.
So here it goes on. It says, where did this come from? Who knows where the practice of wearing your vaginal fluids came from? But according to Mandy Lee, the term vabbing came from a podcast called The Secret Keepers Club. Popular sexologist Shan Boodram, who hosts the podcast Lovers with Friends, is a huge fan of vabbing. She wrote about it in her book, The Game of Desire. She's raved about it on podcasts, in interviews, and on YouTube. She's been doing it for over 15 years and says by wait. So if you've been doing it for over 15 years,
You
stop
can't
working.
You got to look up this person, too. I guarantee
Dad,
I can only imagine.
if you're
It's got
trying
to be
to
a
date
liberal fucking dyke. It's got to be someone who looks like that.
If you're trying to
guaranteed.
date for 15 years, she says for over 15 years, and says by
There you
transferring
go,
the
there you go.
pheromones, you're transferring that excitement and making people drawn to your raw
sure.
human scent.
I guarantee she has short hair. It's probably not even colored, and she's a lesbian.
Yeah, this is her.
Oh, wrong. But still single. Why is she single?
Here's a video on it. Vabbing.
Is that a guy?
Vabbing.
This is her.
Using your vaginal juices, your vaginal fluid as perfume to draw people in. The term pheromone is derived from the Greek words pherin, meaning to transfer, and hormone, meaning to excite. Thus, pheromones transfer excitement.
I mean, she's talking about it. It continues. It says,
Oh, my God. The world.
what does the science say? Pheromones are a chemical product produced by a gland that transfers information, like dogs, for example, with the whole sniffing of each other's butts. But according to Professor Mark Eglar, a professor of evolutionary biology at the University of Melbourne, humans don't have these glands. I mean, it's the oldest and most ancestral way to communicate. Do we use it in humans? I'm sure we use it in our ancestral past. We may have well been using odors when Homo sapiens first emerged, but do we use them now? I suspect no. Professor Elgar says there's no research that vabbing works. He also says when it comes to trying to attract potential lovers, humans are looking at a whole range of other signals.
Right.
Could be how you look, how you speak, the frequency, your voice that seems to have an
If you're
influence.
funny or not, right.
Using you are, how charming
Yep.
you are. Sexologist Shan Bodrum, who was the woman we just watched, also acknowledged that there's no science behind the practice. I mean, so yeah, they basically...
And what is sexologist? It's like a mixologist. It's a term they give themselves, please.
So here it says, she says, I'm sure there would be people who would see this as empowering, but it doesn't seem to me to be particularly empowering. Oh, that's the professor said that. As females, you're the ones making the choice to... So that's... I mean, I just saw that trend was going on. Like, people are talking about it.
Okay.
I wonder how many girls I know have...
There are going to be women that are going to try it because
Well, now
they'll try anything.
They're going to be chicks from this episode that are going to try it.
Chicks from this episode.
Actually, you know what? Rub it and let me know. What your
Rub it out. What?
No, rub
I'm
your
teasing
vagina.
it. If you do, go to a different podcast. I mean, that's retarded.
No.
Don't do it, girls. I'm telling
Why
you.
wouldn't they at least try it? But that is hilarious that it said sexologist has been doing it for over 15 years to find someone.
Now go back to that girl, okay?
Jan Boudreaux.
So she's not unattractive.
Oh, she's pregnant. Is that her? She's got a kid and she's pregnant.
Okay. What? But all right, good for her. And she's still rubbing it on her.
I guess. She is attractive, by the way. Here's
That's
her
what I'm
husband.
saying, right?
I mean, they're like hippies, you know. They both got the hair.
100%, right?
But-
He's got the same hair as her.
But I guess here's a picture of them. They're nice looking, and the kids are nice looking. Yeah, that's that.
Whatever. Rubbing it on you. Oh my God.
Dabbing.
World's over.
I'm sweating my ass
It
off
is
out here.
hot.
Holy
it is hot.
Shit, I'm sweating. It's just really humid.
It got a little more humid than when we first started.
It's very humid.
Wow.
Women are definitely more inclined to try that weirder shit than guys are.
Yeah, just like
I don't know
Oprah was.
why.
Oprah and Dr. Phil, they're all made off women. Men wouldn't fall for that shit.
No.
Seriously,
Dr.
women.
Oz,
Yeah, the baker. What's her name? The cook.
Rachel Ray.
Yeah, Rachel Ray. Men don't fall for that shit. Number one bestseller. It ain't from fucking guys buying it. Women are like that. Women are suckers. You see the word sale, women think there's really a sale.
Mom sees a line and she doesn't know what it is, but she's
And
like,
she's drawn
like,
to it.
What is it for? It got to be
And she'll
something.
stand in line, cry. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't give a fuck. If I see a line, I'm going to go the opposite way.
Right.
And when I see the word sale, it means they market it for sale for 30%. They mark it up 40
Of
and reduce
course.
by 30. But women,
They tell you that it used to be 200, but it really used to be
right?
180.
And then you got to get it.
And now they tell you it's 175.
Right, exactly right.
That should be illegal.
No, but this is
Like
but the
lying.
women brain works very different. Women are more open and believe it. Like psychic hotlines.
This episode brought to you by Manscaped. Very necessary this summer.
Woo, is it hot out here in North Carolina? We're taking our podcast on location.
Yes, and we've been out all day in the sun, in the water, and I know for a fact that if I did not Manscaped before this trip, with all the stuff that I needed to do, I would be dying.
Oh, you'd have yeast infection, everything.
Swamp ass.
Yeah.
It would be, and not even that, also aesthetically. Like, I use it to trim my back hair, so when I'm out with my shirt off, like, it looks good, you know?
There's nothing like it because we just recently did it, okay, and there's no stubble, there's no burning.
If you are in need of a new trimmer for your balls, for your ass, for your chest, for your face, head over to manscaped.com, check out the Lawnmower 4.0, which is their top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art trimmer. I can guarantee you it's better than whatever you're using now.
100%.
Yeah, and it's got, you know, a LED light in it. It's waterproof. I use it in the shower. Wireless charging, which I literally maybe charge it twice in my life. Like, the battery life is insane. It's got Manscaped skin-safe technology, so you know you don't have to worry about nicks or cuts. And then while you're there, check out the Performance Package 4.0, which includes that. It includes the Weed Whacker, which is the
nose trimmer, which is great.
Trimmer.
Yep.
It includes a few like lotions and products, you know, a ball deodorant. It's hot out this summer. You got to make sure your balls are smelling good and not sweaty down there. So all their products are great. You can get all of them at manscaped.com. If you use the code DaddyIssues20, you'll get 20% off and free shipping on your entire order. And you'll make your summer a lot smoother, literally and figuratively, and you'll be helping out the show. So once again, head over to manscaped.com, use the code DaddyIssues20, you'll get 20% off and free shipping.
The money's
Psychic hotlines?
Yeah, but psychic hotlines. You never heard of those until you see them on TV?
Like you can call in and they'll tell you like your future?
Yeah, I don't
think that's a thing anymore.
Oh, 100%. California Psychics. You see it all advertised all the time on the TV.
I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, so it's always women calling it. They're not making money off it.
Oh, no, psychics are women. I would say it's probably 90% of psychic clienteles are women.
Yeah, and then the other 10%, 9 out of the 10% are gay guys.
Or guys where they don't believe in it at all, but their girlfriend is like,
you have to go. Right.
Irene is unbelievable. She knows everything about me. You have to come and get a reading.
Right, exactly right.
Because every time I've been inclined to go to a psychic, it's been by a woman telling me
Of
I have
course,
to go.
they
I would never just go by myself.
100%.
Have you ever known a psychic?
Yeah, Mom told me to go. Yeah, exactly.
Go. Did they say anything that was...
No.
Do you believe in psychics?
I 100% do not.
Me neither.
100% do not.
I believe that
cute show I watched, which was Molly's Game. No. It's a cute Maggie. Cute. I watched. It's the only one. Yeah, that was about psychic. Very cute. But yes,
I think that there are people that are more that can read people easier than others.
There are people that can read people. I do believe that.
And so I think some people can read facial expressions and they can say certain words that trigger certain facial expressions, and they can be like, "Oh, that's something." And
clothes,
then go down a road.
jewelry, all that shit. They look at you, who you are, your hair.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
a talent.
Intuition.
That's a talent. There are people that can do that.
Yeah, I think there are some people that have strong intuition, and then they're also scam artists. So they say that they're psychic and they lead people down a road.
No, I don't believe in psychic.
But do you, like, there are so many psychics out there. Do you think that they all, like, that's what I've never understood. So there are thousands of psychics operating in America.
Probably more.
Way more, right? In Boca alone, there's like 7 that, you see the. Do you think those people think that they're psychic?
No.
So they are like, I'm lying as a living?
It's just a job.
All of them. Everyone is like, I'm lying for a living.
I'd probably say 98%. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know. That's what I really don't know. I would hope that they
will never know.
No. I mean, I definitely don't believe in psychics, but I also are these people, everyone, there's just a whole industry of liars, I guess.
Yeah, but people want to be validated. They want to be told what to do. Just in general life, you see that personality and the way people are. They want to be led like sheep. So why not go to psychics so they can see their future? People thinking they hit it rich in Vegas. People are always looking for the answers. That's what it is. The people are looking for answers. And they want people to give them answers. I think it's sad. I don't want to say pathetic because that has a negative connotation, but I think it's sad.
Yeah, it's not pathetic because it's like human nature to want that. All humans, we're always looking for answers. So, me and you are more logical and stuff, so we'll turn to more practical things to get answers, or we'll just find the answers ourselves.
Right, or we don't care even about the answer sometimes. Like, we live our life, it's just part of it is what it is, where most people can't do that.
But a lot of people aren't that lucky to have that kind of brain, or they can't.
Or that self-confidence.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not pathetic. It's just
sad. Like I said, sad.
Yeah.
Or.
I'd love to get a psychic on the show and read us.
That'd be fun.
Because I've heard from some people too, just like how we talked about ghosts. Right? Like we've talked about ghosts and how we don't believe it, but there are
you
people
legitimate people you trust.
who I trust to be logical and rational who have said, I don't fucking know, man, but I've seen a ghost.
That's right. And I've had people say that too.
And I've had people say that about psychics who were like, I don't believe in any of that shit, but the shit that this woman told me, no one could have known. Like I've had people tell me that.
Yes, I have too. And
so
that's right.
Like, I don't want to live my life so black and white where I'm like, it's 100% not true because how the fuck am I supposed to know? But then it's also like, if there are true psychics, why aren't they leading the world, right? Why aren't they, if they really are psychic, why aren't they ruling over everyone? Of course they would. Why are they living in a little strip mall, working in a strip mall in Boca?
So let me ask you,
really
right? So let me ask this question, which was really weird. So there's this guy who's like this mind, whatever. Remember, like Jeff knows him.
No, but
our doctor friend knows him. Okay, so I met him a couple times, and I saw him at the Panther game. And first of all, he made a quarter.
What do you mean a mind guy?
He can read your mind or things like that.
Does he say psychic or does he say he's like
a mind something?
Okay.
Whatever. So
mentalist. I think
mentalist, exactly right. Thank you, Bronny. Thank you. So you read my mind. So so we're sitting. So we're out like during between the periods, and I see Jeff and the mentalist or whatever. But if he's a mentalist, I said to him, I go, if you're so good, why can't you? He had such crooked teeth. I said, do you see down the road that you have straight teeth? Like
no, but a lot of the answer they'll always give is it doesn't work that way.
Right. So listen, it's like the Orthodox Jews.
They'll say it comes to me. I can't choose.
It's God's choice.
Right.
So it's an answer. It's the catch-all.
Or it's. I mean, that's so easy because you can never disprove it. That's the
well,
problem.
you know what us lawyers do? It's like they ask. I go, it depends.
Yeah.
It's the greatest answer. So here's the thing. So the guy.
That's the hard thing. You can't disprove.
But I want to tell you two. I want to tell you two crazy shit. So this little pad, like a little, those little notepads.
Yeah.
This white line,
like what cops used to have.
Yeah. So he asks me to write down a random name, and I wrote down Lloyd.
Why would you write that name though? That's not random.
No,
that's your brother.
But he doesn't know my brother, and that name is not like John, David, Michael, or Sam. It's Lloyd.
Right, exactly. So me being not a mentalist at all, I would be like, okay, this man chose Lloyd, which is a very odd name. It's got to be meaningful to him.
No, listen. He didn't ask me a question. He asked me like two
as
questions.
As him thinking, he probably was like, this is definitely a meaningful name to this person.
But he didn't see it. I held it.
Oh, he didn't see the name.
That's what I'm saying. Listen,
okay.
I wrote it down.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
I wrote it down, and I held the piece of paper in my pocket. Okay. And after 2 or 3 questions, he goes, is the name, and he wrote it down. He goes, on his, he goes, is the name Lloyd?
What questions did he ask?
I forget, but I was blown away.
Yeah, see, that's really weird.
Then I want to go a step further. Then he goes like this. This is another thing. He goes, think of any city or town in the world. So we used to go from Denver to Aspen, so I thought of Basalt. No one thinks of Basalt.
That's a random town.
Random town. Okay. You know what? 5 questions later, he writes down on his piece of paper, Basalt.
But what kind of questions did he ask?
Nothing related to any of that shit.
How is that possible?
How is that?
How is that possible?
Right. And then he bent a quarter with his fingers.
Okay, well, that's just a trick, probably.
How? You bend a quarter? Literally, he rubs his fingers and I saw the thing bend in front.
You gave him the quarter? Or
I gave him the quarter. He rubs his thumb and
we got to get that fucking guy on the show.
Thumb and forefinger like this.
You know him.
Jeff does. A good friend.
Okay, we can get him on the show.
Listen. He will come to the show and we won't have to pay for him because he'll have a lot of listeners.
We can shout at his Instagram. Or
correct. Listen, exactly. So 100% let's get him. Jeff. Yeah. So he took the quarter that I handed him in his thumb like this and forefinger.
Okay, but see, that's the thing. It's not real. So it's an illusion of some sort.
Then gave it back to me bent, and I tried to unbend it. I couldn't bend it.
Right. See, so something happened. Maybe he has like a fake
steel thumb
or a fake thumb that heats up and he melted it or something. But you know that it's not.
All right, but Lloyd and Basalt. Go figure that one out.
It's weird, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
I agree with you, Ronnie.
I don't know. I can't say that psychics are 100% not true. I can't say that because there are weird things that happen. But that's something I can't explain. I would love to. I would have loved to have someone be a real psychic. Like, I'm so open to it. I'm not anti-psychic. I just don't believe it. Because if there was a true psychic, if that guy came on the show and proved all these things, he would be my best friend. Okay. I would love him.
Okay, when we get back from vacation, we got to reach out to Jeff and get this guy on.
Yeah.
He'll probably jump in it because we have millions of fucking listeners.
We don't have millions of listeners. But
Yeah, we do.
Dad will go around telling people we have millions of followers.
Hey, you
on
understand?
TikTok. It's like, we got millions on one video.
By the way, it's called marketing.
It's called lying.
No, it's not called lying. You want to be a businessman?
It's quite a lie.
Do you want to be a businessman?
Right, but if you embellish too much,
we have
people don't
millions of
trust you.
listeners. We have
millions of eyes on our podcast. That's the way to say it.
Millions of listeners. Over the years, we had probably 100 million listen.
No, we are not as big as you think we are.
I'm actually taking over the marketing. You're bad, Ronnie. You don't get it.
You can take over you can be you're the word of mouth marketer.
Okay, can I have all the income that comes off it then?
Sure.
All right, no problem. So anyway, Bronny's thinking of maybe going to law school in the evening or during the day even.
Why the evening? Why are you obsessed with the evening?
Aren't you supposed to have a full-time job?
Yes.
Okay.
I make more money from this podcast than my old full-time job.
Well, that's pretty
which I
pathetic.
work 10 hours
Yeah.
a day.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
Okay, so what? So you brought up a thing, and then you.
I think you should go. So Brian's thinking about going to law school, which would be pretty cool. And I think he should, Bronson. I really do. I think he should.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's your thoughts, people? DM Brian if you think you should go to law school.
Yeah, sure.
What's so funny?
Just because a bunch of strangers going to be like, sure.
Why not?
All our listeners.
They're not strangers. They know us.
Tremendously.
So why are they strangers?
No, they're not.
Well,
They're
they know
strangers to me 'cause I literally
they
don't
know a little too much about you anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think I want to hear your input if you think Bronny. I probably have the best input because I'm the lawyer and knows him the best. But I think he should do it.
You know what's a weird thing too with our listeners? I saw this just came up I'm glad you reminded me of this. I saw a thing like a bunch of comments that on our TikTok that people like listeners of ours. Some of them. What are you doing?
Thanks.
Some of them don't think that you can read. Like they think you're illiterate because they've never seen you read.
Okay, are you serious?
Because
Are they fucking retarded?
Because whenever I show you the computer, you're always like, well, let me see. Or you're like, make it bigger.
Because it's literally 5 or 6 feet away and it's tiny. And I'm 55. You think I could see?
But they think like you can't even.
So how am I an attorney? Those people are dumb. Those listeners are dumb. Do you really think at 55 I become successful and I'm educated and I do what I do and you think I can't read? You're a fucking
How do you prove
idiot.
It to them, though? How do you
I don't need to prove shit to anybody.
You're get you a book. That you
you're
can read?
an idiot. Just make sure it's big words.
But maybe if I get you a book that to read right now, they'll be like, he already showed him that
Okay,
book.
by the way,
and John knows.
By the way, you're an idiot.
It was like more than 10.
They're dumb.
It was like a thing.
Well, 10 out of millions of listeners.
No,
not a big
but
deal.
then like people pick it up. It's like a thing.
Okay, I don't prove myself to anybody, but you're a fucking idiot. Not you. You're a fucking idiot if you think I don't read. What do you think? I'm Bismarck? What's his name?
Bismarck.
Come on. The guy who can't.
Bismarcky.
Yeah, Bismarcky.
Bismarck was the Chancellor of Germany.
So you think I'm Bismarck, Chancellor of Germany?
I'm completely fucking with you. No one thinks that. I made that up.
Great. So who's a lawyer now, bitch?
I made that up because there's another thing that's going on. That was the show.
See, I'm wrong. Sorry, guys.
Maybe you can't see color.
No, I can see it's very light.
There's an actress. I saw that there's like this conspiracy theory because there's this actress, Leah Michele. She was on Glee. I don't know. You wouldn't know her. She's a famous actress.
Glee. Yeah, okay.
She's a famous actress, and now she's on Broadway. But there was all these rumors, like thousands of people making TikToks and saying things that they believe that she actually can't read.
So people start these rumors?
Yeah, people started this rumor, and people were like, she can't read, and whenever she's like been in a rehearsal or something, she like memorizes the words beforehand, so she doesn't have to read them because she actually can't read. And then the best part was that she like went online
to read,
and she like took out a book and started reading it to people to prove that she could read.
So
she like gave into how funny is that?
So I was right. I'm like, fuck them. I'm not going to prove to anybody.
So when I saw that, I was like, I got to try to see how dad.
Great, you got me. But listen, if somebody can't read, it's nothing to make fun of.
No, I mean, if it's not, but if you're a professional actor.
But how could you not,
of course,
at this point in my life, not be able to read?
No, I know. That's just the funny thing. And you reacted funnily. In a funny way.
Funnily?
Yeah, you reacted funnily. You reacted in a funny way.
I think I acted in the proper way. I know.
I got to shower again.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I got to shower again after this.
Terrible.
Do you want to do a fatherly advice or do you want to do one more thing?
Whatever you want, buddy.
I'm trying to think because
your show.
It's our show.
I know, Bronny. I know.
Because the next thing I want to show you is like a really cool thing. So it might take we might not have enough time for it.
We 100% will have the time for both. Let's do the fatherly advice first, and then we'll do that thing. If we run over, we run over. So I listened to my first Joe Rogan podcast in the car yesterday.
Okay.
Right?
What do you think?
I found it interesting.
You listen to like an hour out of 3.
Okay.
So you know.
I didn't love your other guy, the one who looks like an eagle.
Dalia. I mean, that was a bad episode.
Yeah.
That was a bad episode.
Okay, so that's fair enough.
Judge someone off
Right.
one episode.
Rogan's the one he had speaking. I found him.
He had Andrew Schubert.
I thought he was more interesting, but I thought it was good. I could see why people
that's also-
listen. No, but Joe Rogan, I could see why it was a good, informative. I liked it. I don't have time to watch it, but I liked
The thing
it.
about Rogan is that every single episode is completely different because he has a different guest on. So that episode was all about science and testosterone and hormones. The next
And
episode,
drugs. It was a lot about drugs.
The episode after that, he had a comedian on. They just fucked around for 2 hours. You
No,
know? So
yeah, I like
each
it.
episode's different. And Joe, like in that episode, Joe doesn't know as much as Andrew does, obviously. So he kind of sat. He was in the passenger seat.
But
let
he
Andrew
did. He
talk.
did bring up some good things, though. He was knowledgeable.
I love Joe Rogan. I listen
I
to him all the
liked it.
time.
I just don't have time for podcasts. Well,
Oh my god, this is a long one.
Oh my
I don't
God.
even know if we can do that.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah, what does it say, Dad?
Explain your situation in writing.
Wow,
Wow.
this might be too long.
Read it. Fuck it. We got it at this point. What's going on, Jon and Bron? See, I can read.
Wait, you know what? I have another one that someone emailed me, and they are a soldier that's stationed overseas right now. So let's get to theirs because they reached out to me, and I wanted to. Let's see, Jacob.
Wow, it's long too.
Yeah,
He's a troop, though, huh?
he's a soldier.
Yeah, love it.
Dear Jon and Bron, my name is Jake, and I'm a long-time listener, first-time writer. Before I get into my issues, I want to let you both know that I really enjoy the pod. I've become a Patreon member for some time and listened to the free episodes on Spotify. Friend shared a TikTok with me about you. Okay, we go. He says, you guys make me feel like family all the time, even more since I'm a current serving our great nation overseas. The deployment is roughly 1 year, and I wouldn't trade the experience or troops I'm deployed with for anything. However, it has posed some unique complications back stateside.
Pause.
That's why I'm writing to you.
Okay, first of all, what's the name?
Jake.
Jake, first of all, thank you for your service, allowing us to have our freedom. We really appreciate it, and also for the kind words. And we're so glad we can make you feel comfortable, part of the family, and
Give you some entertainment.
Yeah. So we're glad we can help you because you are helping us with the freedom. So thank you, brother. All right, continue.
Okay. He says, I have a son who is turning 10 years old at the end of July. This will be yet another one of his birthdays that I have to miss because I'm on mission.
Hard.
I'll admit it's really hard not being able to be there for him every time, especially when I want to be. The fact that I cannot be present for even the little things makes the bigger milestones even harder. In my opinion, it also causes room for others to heavily influence my son's daily life. Oh, and just so you're tracking, I'm not with his mother. We never married due to our differences and the fact that she disclosed her pregnancy to me right before I was shipped off to basic training back in 2012.
Gives me chills.
I don't think she has ever forgiven me for making her go through that pregnancy alone, but I had already signed a government contract, so what was I to do? She also implemented a revolving door policy once I left. Meaning what? Like she could date other guys?
No, meaning men are coming in and out of her life, yeah.
In fact, she didn't afford me the opportunity to be there for my only child's birth, nor did she take my input into consideration when naming him, and she even gave him her last name to spite me.
Oh, what a bitch.
Whatever guy she was seeing at the time was there, and as you could have guessed, he's no longer in the picture. Now that you have a little bit of background, here's the real issue. She's been married twice to 2 different men, and both ended in divorce. Side note, I'm a multiracial American, and I agree with Jon on the fact that I despise labels, yet I absolutely love titles precisely because they're earned, and I worked very hard and made many, many sacrifices to have a successful career in the military with the current title of Staff Sergeant.
Correct, but different. He
earned it.
There's a different. A title is something you earn. Putting a label to make people feel better about themselves, I disagree with. And I think we're in agreement.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Anyways, I bring up the multiracial part because in the past, my child's mother, who is white, and we'll call her Bonnie, has never had an issue bringing up my race in a negative way or to include using racial slurs.
She's not.
She has
not
brought
good.
this up many times and at the same time has been asking for years that I sign over my rights to my son.
Do not do it.
Please keep these characteristics in mind as I continue the story. It is juicy. Her most recent divorce was to a white guy who we'll call Devin, and he really cares about my son.
This guy's a good writer, by the way.
Yeah.
Good.
He said, and he really cares about my son. Ready? Because this is where it gets weird, and if I wasn't living it, I wouldn't believe it myself. Devin has declared himself with a delusional and fiction's backing of Bonnie that he is my son's real father. He has gone as far as telling my son that I'm just a babysitter and not his real dad, along with
shit.
little things like changing my name in my son's cell phone to Jake instead of Dad.
Fuck.
Devin also took it upon himself. I lost it. Devin also took it upon himself to get my son's name tattooed on his arm. Now Devin has 2 children by 2 different women, yet he sees fit to obsess over my son. Because Bonnie and Devin were married, I can only do so much about the situation, but now that he is no longer a step-parent, he has no legal rights to my son. Bonnie continues to let them spend time together against my wishes, and I can't legally do anything while I'm overseas.
Fuck.
My son got a hold of me a week ago and told me that Devin had taken him to an amusement park, which I'm fine with, even though his obsession with my son creeps me out. The problem wasn't the fact that they were spending time together. The problem was my son brought to my attention was that Devin was bad-mouthing me to him, saying things along the lines of, too bad Jake isn't here to do all these fun things with you, and at least your real dad is spending time with you.
Oh.
My son clearly has an issue with this, otherwise I don't feel like he would have brought it to my attention. True. How do I handle this guy? I don't have access to make phone calls all the time, and who is to say he would even take my call? On top of that, there's a huge time difference. I thought about sending him an email or a DM, but I was advised by a higher-ranking NCO to not leave a paper trail, which I agree with. I did bring this up to Bonnie, and she told me that I need to learn to co-parent with him, which I 100% disagree with. Why do I have to co-parent with a guy who I didn't agree to be in a relationship with and has no biological or legal right to my son? I swear she says and does these things to emasculate me further. You imagine if the roles were reversed and I kept telling my son she wasn't his real mother and someone else was. Any advice that you guys could give me that would be extremely helpful. Maybe Mama Nell has some insight. Oh, she's not here, sorry. Wishing you guys and the rest of the family, even Banks, all the best. Keep being the kind of Americans worth fighting for. And then he says... he says don't read this part on the podcast, so we'll read that later. Don't take time to read it now.
I don't know how to read, remember?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
wow.
Okay, he's right there.
Wow, Jake. Wow. As a fucking father, and I'm sure you have a strong personality, this has got to be so hard. I don't know. But I am going to say this, okay? First of all, where are your parents? Are your parents nearby? Because your parents should, my feeling is fight and go to courts to have visitation with them half the time.
Like legal visitation.
Yeah, half the time.
The wife can't say
or
anything
something
about.
because you need to have part of your family involved somehow. That's a tough call. Now, another thing I'm just thinking is there a way, and I don't know the answer to this, is there a way, Jake, that you can somehow get some time, like can you get some time to leave, like leave of absent for 2-3 weeks from your, I don't know what you call it, platoon, your whatever it is, for you to go and do that? That's another thing to think about. And then the third thing is, if it doesn't work out the way you want it to work out, and you sound like a great guy, you really do, bro. I think that as you get older, as your son gets older and understands when he's like 15 and 16, when you talk to him and explain this to him, he will understand it. Because what happens is, what's it, water seeks its own level, right? Is that the saying? Yeah, water seeks its own level, so it is. So when you talk to your kids, when you talk to your son as he gets a little, let's say 15 and 16, more mature.
He's not around to raise the son right, and the son gets raised shittily, and then the son won't realize? Because if you're raised poorly, you might not have the good emotional insight to be like, wow, my situation was bad.
That's a good.
Also might. Sometimes
that's a good point, right? So you need to get your.
I think it's more dire than just waiting till he's 16.
You need to get your parents involved. He's got 1 year left. Is that what he said?
He said this deployment is roughly 1 year. Yeah.
So you got 1 year, which could probably so either see if your family can go visit, get some time with him, like summers, take him for a month or whatever it might be. Your ex sounds like a real fucking winner, by the way.
I think you got to get. Is there anything legally he can do to get like? Because I don't know. I feel like the kid isn't like his. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
His stance within the kid's life is not secured feeling with the way this wife is. Like, is there any legal shit that
he's not there though? He's not there.
But when he gets back, is there any
100%?
to be like,
No.
This kid has to be in my life half the time.
Okay, when you get back, the law
like that's
the law is yes, it's 50-50 custody. Okay, she does not have 100% custody. So the reality is when you get back, you're gonna have to hire a lawyer. You're gonna get 50-50 custody,
Yeah, I feel like
and you have to
he's
do the
got
best
that.
with your kid when you're with him. 100%.
I don't know. This might be advice that you don't want to take, but when you get back from this deployment, you might want to look into a different job so you can be in your son's life. If your son's important to you and you want to be there to raise him, and this job is taking you away from being able to raise him, and you're worried that the people who are currently raising him are going to fuck him up, then maybe your son's life is more important than the job you have.
And this fucking guy, you got to get this guy out of your fucking son's life. What, second husband? You beat the shit out of him.
Let's say he's in
when you get
Afghanistan.
back.
How does he do
No,
that?
I know. When you get back, your kid will listen. You gotta you have to get home. You have to finish this year up.
A year.
And you have to finish this up and then get back in your kid's life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, after this year, you got to be in that kid's life and in the mom's life so that you can make sure that she doesn't fuck around. And
she's still gonna fuck around. There's nothing you can do about it.
Fuck around with other guys.
But
fuck around
listen,
with the kid's life.
if she's doing drugs or drinking or revolving door with different men and she's not a good mother, whatever, when you get home, you can always fight for sole custody. I'm not saying to do that. You'll have to monitor it and see what's going on and speak to a lawyer. But do not give up your parental rights, whatever you do. Do not, Jake. And see if your parents are around. Have your parents go and spend time with their grandson and your child and see how he's doing. And a year will go by quickly, and you're doing a beautiful thing, and you'll explain to your kid as he gets older what you did, and he'll have to respect you. If he doesn't, you can only do the best you can, right? I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that Jake wants to be involved in this kid's life because it seems like the mom doesn't want it to be involved. The mom,
which is disgusting,
right? And the mom, yeah.
And listen, the mother making racial comments, she's fucking ignorant. Sounds like white trash, dude. Okay, so probably I know it sucks for you, but the beautiful thing, you do have a child out of it, and she's a toxic, fucked up white trash person. So you don't have to deal with her. She's nothing to you, but hope she loves your son enough to do the right thing by your son, but you'll be home before you know it, Jake, and you got to take an active role in child's raising him. Upbringing, yeah.
Does he contact the dude by email or DM?
He being who?
Does Jake contact the dude who's taking the son and being like, your real dad isn't here? Does he write him an email?
That's the weirdest thing in the world. That guy's a fucking prick.
He said he wanted to write an email, but his NCO, I don't know, non-commanding officer
no,
or something.
Jake wanted to write.
Jake wanted to write him an email, but his higher-ranking NCO, probably like something officer, said not to leave a paper trail.
Well,
like,
I don't know if I agree. I don't know.
If he just says,
I don't know if that
hey,
makes
dude,
the like. What are you doing? But I think
I don't think you do it in an accusatory way. Maybe you do it maybe you try to befriend this guy and do it in a nice way and be like,
hey,
I
really
appreciate you taking my son out.
But right
out with my son. Maybe you're just making it in that way so that.
I don't know. I think you get home, you have that guy, the shit beaten out of the fucking guy who put the tattoo of your son, so he doesn't do it again.
That's weird. Why would the guy's not even in the mom's life?
And he has his own kid.
Yeah, 2 kids.
It's weird. People are fucking retarded. Jake, just get yourself home.
Yeah,
fight for the fucking freedom.
For this country and then come home.
Yeah, and enough's enough, and fucking and make your kid a priority.
Yeah.
But it's a very very tough call. We're gonna have Mama Nell read it. Okay, she's not here with us right now. She's alive, but she's out. We're gonna have her read it, Brian, and then can we comment on the next episode, if she has anything different to add?
Yeah, of course.
But I wish you well, brother. I really do.
Feel free to. You have my email now because he reached out on Instagram and asked for my email to send this. So reach out with any updates you have or whatever.
And if you want to give my email privately, he can also reach out to me too.
Okay.
All right, Jake. All right, buddy.
All right.
All right.
Wrap it up. I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah, we're good. All right, everybody. Peace out. Bonnie, love you, buddy.
Love you too, Dad.
All right. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.